Okay, this video is going to be about using slide masters to give your presentation some consistency. By default, when you start a new presentation, the slides are white background with black color for the font. So to start off with, I want to go up to View, click View. When it pops down, I want to go over here to Slide Master. That's going to put me in here. Now, when I'm in here, there are various kinds of slides, and the one that doesn't show up initially is the actual slide master. To be clear, this is the master slide for all of these other master slides. In other words, any changes you make to this slide will apply to all of those other slide masters. Those other slide masters are slide masters for the different layouts that you can have. This top slide is the master slide that will basically cover all of those others. So if you make a change here, it'll replicate to all of those other master slides. Makes it easy. You don't have to go through and individually update those other master slides. Hopefully that's clear. And if you look at it, you'll know that it's bigger than these others. So basically, these are the different slide layouts that you can choose from. And if you wanted, for example, to set this one to be a black background, you'd right click on the background, you would choose Format Background. That'll pop up this window over here on the right. And let's say I want to make the background of that slide type to be black. Okay, so now when you look over here in this list, you can see that that specific layout has a black background. So whenever I go to insert a new slide into my presentation, if I choose this slide layout, it's going to come up with whatever I've set for it. Okay, now if I want all slides to have a black background, rather than having to go through and do that separately for each one of these, I can go to this bigger slide up here at the top, which is the master slide for the entire set of master slides. Whatever you do on this one affects all of these. Okay, and just to show you, I'm going to select it. I'm going to come over here and right click on the background, right click on the format background, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to select black. Okay, and now if I go over here, I see all of my slides have a black background. So, quick review: if you want something to affect all slides, you will do it on this top one here. And if you want to make a change to only that particular slide type, then you would do it on that particular slide type. So I've got this top one selected, and the font is not showing up for the title box, and that is because it's by default black. And now I've set my background to black. I need to change my font color to something that I want, which I'm going to choose this kind of a medium blue color. And so as you can see, it's changed it. And on this subtitle here, select that. This one I want to be white. And you'll notice that once you've got that selected, as you move your cursor over the different colors, it shows you what that would look like in the background area there. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one white. Okay, so now if I were to go to one of these slide layouts, any of these slide layouts, they're all, because I made those changes on this top slide here, it applies to all of these. So if I want one of these to be, for some strange reason, I want it to be different than the others, I can simply select it and make the changes on that one slide. Unfortunately, when you create a new presentation, it starts out as default white background, black font. There is a workaround, however, and that is to set up a presentation with your master slides set just the way you want them to be with every presentation, and then save that as a PowerPoint template. And then whenever you want to create a new presentation, you would simply select that template, and all of the settings for your master slides and so forth are there from the get-go. So anyway, once I've made these changes, there's another change I want to make, and that is this very first one here. I want the font in there to be this Cooper Black. That's what I want. I happen to like that font, so I'm going to go ahead and use it, and I want to increase the size of it, and I want it to have a white border. So I'm going to go over here to Format, and for text you've got the outline. I want to give it a white border, and see when I hover over it, the color, it shows me what these changes would look like. So click white, and now I've got it the way I want it to be. So now I'm going to go up here to the Slide Master tab, and I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to come over here to Close Master View. And now every time I go to add a new one, it's going to, let's call this one slide number 1, and I'm going to tell it some content go here. And now I'm going to go up here to Insert, and I'm going to go to New Slide, and it shows me all my different options here. And there's one blank. So if I want a new slide and I don't want any placeholders on it, that's what these different things over here are called, I just choose blank. But if I want to start with a particular type of layout, then I choose it. So I'm going to tell it title and content. That's the kind of slide I want. And so it added me a title and content as my second slide, and I'm going to put down here slide number 2, and we'll call this content slide, or content line 1, content line 2, content line 3. And of course those all by default have bullets associated with them. So now I've got 2 slides. First one's a title slide with a subtitle, and the second one is a title with content, which is this format. But you'll notice that if I add a third slide, and maybe I make this one a let's call this one a section header. Okay, the point that I want to show you here is, because I set my font to have a blue with a white border, and I did that on the master slide controls every slide in the presentation, then it doesn't matter which slide layout I choose to add, it's going to have that font, that size, that color configuration by default. Okay, I think that's about it. So hopefully you've got a good understanding now of how the master slides work and how they can help you when it comes to having to make mass updates, like to a font or something along those lines. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.